Hello guys, welcome back to Sun Crypto. In today's content, I'm going to be talking about BTC on the macro scale. I'm going to be talking about BTC on the daily, 2-day time frame, and we're also going to take a look at BTC on the lower degree, like the hourly and all that good stuff, right? So let me give you guys time to show up. So before I get before I take a look at the good stuff. Hey, what's up, Clay? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Who else in the house? Hey, what's up, Cavish? So if you guys haven't subscribed yet, make sure to hit the notification, subscribe and hit the notification so you can get all my quick updates, right? So if you like my quick updates to like 5 to 7 8 minutes max updates, let me know so I can find a way to improve it at the same time, right? So and we're gonna talk about all the good stuff during the live stream, right? Hey, what's up, Famin? I'm Mel in the house. So let's start off with the less bearish structure, okay, which is the 2-day time frame, right? So as you can see on the 2-day basis, we talk about BTC being partially bearish, right? Not fully bearish, right? So even though price action is decreasing, right, the higher time frame, it is telling us, okay, it could be just a sideways correction, okay? It could be just a flat correction, as we talk about. Let me just show you during in my premium group, right? Excuse me. In my premium group, I've been anticipating this drop, okay? So that's the target we've been looking for when BTC was at a just about like 16.3 to 15.5 area, right? We said we're gonna buy the dip, we're gonna take it back up to 19.3, right? And once we basically hit that area, what are we gonna be looking for? We're gonna be looking for a reversal back down to a 17K all the way down to a 16.5. So I put this band, this green band, light green, whatever, because I was anticipating a correction in this range. So the 21 EMA on the hourly basis, on the 8-hour basis, moving up, right? So I was like, okay, we most likely going to see some sideways correction within this range. So that's why I just put it a green band right there, just to remind myself we might not be able to break it easily, right? But the ultimate target for the bulls could be the 17 to 16K area, right? So let's just keep that in mind while we discussing the 2-day time frame and all of that good stuff, right? So it is breaking bad right now. If you just pay attention to the 2-day time frame, you might be panicking, right? But we're gonna take a look at it on the lower degree, because I think the lower degree is still okay, right? It can still push back up, but let's see. Okay, we're gonna take a look at it on the hourly. Now let's take a look at it on the daily basis, right? On the daily basis, we did I give you guys a warning, okay? And I said after the big drop, okay, that's why sometimes it is good to anticipate these moves, right? So you're never gonna be 100% right, but most of the time you can anticipate like delay in a price action. What I mean by delay, so for instance, price action is bullish, okay, but you can anticipate a delay right before the trend reversal. What I mean about a delay, price action can give you a correction. It could be a triangular formation once again, okay? It could be a flat correction. It could just push to the upside without even having to create a triangular formation, anything like that, right? So it is sometimes good to anticipate it. Why you need to anticipate it and how to anticipate it is like you gotta go back to your previous correction and remember these structures, because sometimes like you don't want to be like spending hours and days and try to like figure out what happened before, okay? As soon as we got the drop right there, the same exact today, right? As soon as we get the drop, okay, as soon as we got the drop, what we said, okay, we did not wait till BTC pump back up. To remind you guys, the structure you got right here, right? That's what we're going to be anticipating. Okay, we got this structure back in May. I remember this structure exactly, guys, exactly, and I remember exactly what I was doing. Okay, so and keep that in mind. So, and this structure also, we were live. Remember, I think August 1st, okay, 2020, we were live. All right, so Saturday night, right? This sucker dumped all the way down back to 15.5, right? 15.5. So, and we did took the long, all right? We longed from 10.5 to 12K, and we said, guys, get out. Okay, so in our premium, we said 12K to 12.1 going to be our top target, and we're not going to be waiting for anything. Okay, it's going to dip down, we're going to get out, and then we're going to take it back up, right? So let's just keep that in mind. So it could be creating, let's see, it could be creating the same structure, right? And so we just have to wait. Okay, once we retest this key level, right, it's not even sure like if bulls gonna show up, but we just anticipating a possible bulls response. Okay, we just anticipating a response from the bulls, and we could see a possible stronger support area, which is like the daily 50 EMA. Okay, the daily 50 EMA, once again, it is the same as your 12-hour 100 EMA. Okay, just cut it half and then you double the other one. That's it, right? So something to just keep in mind over the next like a few hours and so on, right? Thanks a lot, Mud Eater. I'm just messing with you, man. Thanks a lot, Mud. So if you enjoy the content, guys, it is a free content, right? Just hit the likes to help the channel grow, right? We almost at 3,000 subscribers, so we should get there, hopefully before end of the year, right? So just share the content. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification, and join the public Telegram group. We got some great traders in our public Telegram group. So many setups and all of that good stuff. So you can get to have a group of traders to talk to and all of that good stuff, right? Hey, what's up, Craig? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Not BTC. So basically, let's discuss the 3-day time frame. 3-day time frame not looking that bad. So if we get bought for 2-day time frame, let me just get the MACD. Okay, so if we're gonna get a 3-day MACD crossing bearish, that's going to delay the any upside move. Okay, just like the 2-day time frame. The 2-day time frame is just gonna give you an early warning, right? So to tell you, hey guys, be cautious, right? I'm not doing great. Okay, I might be dumping. Okay, so the 2-day time frame just gonna give you a quick warning. The big warning going to be the 3-day time frame. It is gonna close in 2 days. Okay, it just opened. This candle just opened, so that's kind of okay. We just opened this candle, so everything is nearly red, right? We did not get to push to the upside at all, so it means breaking breaking below the previous candle lows, right there and right here, might not be a good short-term bullish setup. All right, so the 21 EMA once again going to be just about like 16.1, which is like a total retest of the previous support. So it doesn't matter how I look at it, right? It seems like 16K is showing up all the time. 16K is showing up on a 3-day basis, on a 2-day basis, and at the same time it is showing up on a daily basis. Okay, you can see like the moving average is right there. Okay, it's right there. So, but let's see. Lower degree is showing a possible support on the hourly basis. Let's go ahead and take a look at the good stuff now. On the hourly basis, it doesn't look that bad. All right. So when you take a look at it on the hourly, that's why I think like over 24 hours ago, right there, like on the 9th, it's the 10th, right? We said be cautious. Why be cautious? Even though the reversal is nice, right? Even though the reversal looks pretty healthy, pretty nice, big reversal, okay? It has to come back down. It has to prove itself like it can pump to the upside. Right now, we're getting a second chance, right? I like the double bottom. I do like the double bottom, okay? I do like the double bottom, and I don't think, okay, bears are strong right now. People are going to be dumb enough right now to be shorting right here, okay? So best thing to do was like to short right there, you know, 18.5 to 18.6, just about the before the 1 hour 100 EMA. Okay, so MACD already gave us a double crossover. That's bullish. That's a bullish setup right there. So if we're gonna get a third crossover, that could create, right? Remember, that's a lower degree. It doesn't have anything to do with the 2-hour time frame. I mean the 2-day time frame, because price action can still reverse on an hourly basis. That's for the short-term traders, right? But the higher time frame, it's not going to change anything. Okay, let's take a look at the 2-day time frame. It's not going to change much. Okay, yes, price going to just retest the daily open on the 3-day basis, right? It's just going to retest the daily open, right? But you're going to get another 24 hour for the 3-day candle to close, right? So don't get it mixed up. Your lower degree can do something crazy while your higher time frame can still be bearish. All right, so now that's what I'm looking for on the lower degree. So I'm looking for a possible support right there. Okay, right there, temporary support. All right, so if we do not break it, that could trigger short-term bullishness. Okay, short-term bullishness, right? And as we said, you know, in my short-term update, right, we said our next challenge on the lower degree. I don't care what the, you know, right now I really don't care about what the 2-day time frame going to be doing, right? Because you just want to focus on the bullish divergence on the hourly until you lose the bullish divergence, right? So now, one thing we can anticipate is like once we push back up right here, right, 18.5, 18.4, right, hourly 100 EMA, we could face another challenge. Okay, that's going to be the big test for the bulls to see if they're going to be able to break above you know, 18.5 and so on, right? So now you can see like the looks like it's waking up, man. Look at it right here. Now we got something clean to brag about, right? If you're bullish, right? And another thing to anticipate before you come from your bullishness, right, is like you want to wait till price action, right, break above the 21 EMA. So it means that we could get some sideways correction in this range. Okay, so you can see like we got the crossover right there, push to the upside, retest, could not basically find the support. It dropped all the way down. So first, second, most likely the third retest, if price action pushes above the 21 EMA with the double support, double bottom support, double divergence, pretty strong, bulls gonna be that could be a short-term trade to look for. All right, so and if you want to be very fancy, you could use your Fibonacci, right? And if you want to ignore my strategy, which is like paying attention to your 1 hour 100 EMA, you could do something like this, right? A swing high, swing low, and you could be very fancy and you're gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna be a moon boy, I'm gonna take it to the upside all the way up to 0.618, which is 19, okay, which is 19k, right? But 50% pullback going to be at 18.7. 382 already retested 382, but let's see, okay, if we can break above the 1 hour 100 EMA, next challenge for the bulls is going to be 50% and 0.618. Okay, next challenge is going to be 50% and 0.618. Yes, a bearish move is a healthier. I think like the entire market agrees like you know, we a drop on BTC you know, is pretty healthy. It's nothing crazy. It's not about being a doom boy or a moon boy right now. It's about like waiting for price action to give a healthy direction. Okay, the big direction is there. Okay, it is up, but you know, are we gonna see like more push to the upside? You know, I think like it is healthy to wait and see what BTC going to do in this area. Okay, and remember, you can get multiple setups. Okay, you just don't know which one going to be successful, right? As you know, I've talked about it many times, right? Market action, price action likes to give you either a triangular formation, right, or it can give you a flat correction, right, like that, double top, double bottom, in blue, right, or it can give you, this is a ugly triangle, right? Let's do it like that. Okay, or price action can give you something like let's do something like this, a wedge pattern, right, a wedge pattern. And all of these price action are pretty much just corrective, nothing going on. You might be panicking up and down, basically gonna do something like this, right? Okay, you're gonna be panicking. Okay, it does something like that, right? And you're gonna be panicking. It could be moving in a wedge pattern and you're gonna be panicking, but it is all correction. It is all correction. Okay, it is all correction. So you just have to wait for confirmation, wait for your moving averages, wait for your MACD, especially a you know, a falling wedge. You always want to wait for a bullish crossover on your MACD. Okay, a you know, flat correction, once again you want to wait for a bullish crossover on your MACD. All right, so depending which which time frame you're looking at, if you're looking at the you know, hourly, you know, you want to wait for your hourly MACD to give you a triple bottom, double bottom, whatever type of a formation for another push to the upside, right? So yeah, whenever you get a correction, depending which time frame you're looking at, wait for a bullish crossover, price action above your 21 EMA, MACD crossing bullish, right? That's going to be a fantastic you know, setup, right? But always favor the higher time frame. Okay, always favor the higher time frame, depending you know, on your strategy, right? Hey Robert, thanks a lot for tuning in, Robert. Tyler, that green line is 50 EMA. It makes it easy for me if I only use like 21 and 100, right? But 50 is a half of 100. So if I'm using like let's say daily, okay, I know where my basically 12-hour 100 EMA is at, right? Because that's the same thing. If I switch it right there, right? So if I go on the 12-hour, I know where my 12-hour is, okay? Because that's the same thing. That's all it is. but it is a good moving average. So sometimes I just like to use don't like to use too many lines, and that could create too many confluences and then create too many possibilities. Okay, for instance, right now, if I only pay attention to my 50 EMA, I'm going to be extremely bullish because I'm going to be like, man, look at my 50 EMA right now, supported the price right here, so we're not going to break it, right? But that's not the case. I'm paying attention to the the 12-hour 100 EMA, not the 50 EMA, because the 50 EMA we already retested it and I was bullish, and I'm anticipating a possible break below it and retest the 100 EMA, right? But many people are going to be bullish right there. They got plenty of they got they got plenty of right to be bullish right there. It's nothing wrong being bullish right there, but I think it is safer, right, to buy the dip right here. Okay, yeah, not safe for, it is really not safe for trading BTC while it is moving while it is moving sideways, right? Just wait for the retest, the big breakout, and you take it. Okay, and once again, let's take a look at it, what we did for Ether also, right? Let's go on my Ether. So Ether target, right? You can see how we played Ether, right? That's link. Ether right there. Okay, so we said any dip below this range going to be a is going to be bull territory, right? So it dipped all the way down to 480, start pumping back up to like 500. We said, okay guys, that's it. It seems like bulls are back in town. We're gonna suck it up, take it back up to 580 to 600 range, right? And you don't need to do anything after that, right? So, and after that, what we did, okay, we got confirmation for a possible dip again down to like a 518 to a 488. So when did we update it? December 1st. It's almost like 10 days, almost like 10 days. Okay, you basically do your projection, right? And then you just wait, because you cannot basically tell the market to do what you want the market to do, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum, right? So now Ethereum looks pretty much similar to BTC. It is following a nice trend line. Let's take a look at it on a 2-day basis. So on a 2-day basis, you can see like and by the way, let me do this. Tyler, you got the name of my moving averages on the right on the right, this right side. So you can see like the red line is like the 100 EMA, the 50 EMA is basically red, and all of that good stuff, right? So Ether, possibly you could argue, okay, if you could argue, all right, Ether could be in a wedge macro pattern, okay, wedge pattern, right? So a breakout below this wedge pattern at some point in the near future, right, could create a possible downtrend to retest like some area of support somewhere around here or somewhere around there. We just don't know yet, right? So we're going to take a look at it later on, and it is pretty valid, okay, because what we anticipated like early this year, we said Ether was, I think right there, okay? Actually right here, right there, okay? We said Ether gonna drop, but Ether did pump all the way up to 280. Okay, it did not change anything about the structure. We said still Ether gonna drop to the 80, retest the low 80. It did, and we said it's gonna retest the top. Okay, once it retests the top, we could possibly get the entire structure and a possible triple bottom, or retest the bottom again. However, it is creating a wedge pattern right here. So we just don't know, okay, at what price level it are going to be breaking to the downside, right? So if we're going to be anticipating, if bull's going to be anticipating a Ether breakout to the upside up to like 800, which is like the next major resistance. Ether doesn't have any other resistance right now, right? If we find, we're going to talk about the lower degree. If it finds a good support at 500, right, next upside target for Ether going to be up 800. Okay, so if it breaks 600, as I said it when Ether was at 400, right, we said Ether doesn't have any resistance from 500 to 600. So if we can get a breakout right there for 10, right, if you're comfortable enough, just suck it up and wait all the way up to 600. We said it, guys. So if you were comfortable enough, you just waited. You would have waited all the way up to 600 range. We're gonna talk about XRP. So let's just keep that in mind. We could follow this wedge pattern. Just stay with it. Buy the dip on at the trend line, right? And until we basically break the wedge pattern. Let's take a look at it on the higher time frame, right? So a break below this wedge pattern could be could create another big retracement from Ether, possibly to 382, but we just don't know yet, okay? Because we don't know if Ether going to be breaking it right now, or if Ether gonna find support at 500 and break 600, okay? And break 600 and pump all the way up to 800 range. But at least we gotta, okay. So that's the Ether macro view, right? That's the Ether macro view. And Ether loves these wedge patterns, right? As you can see right there, kind of got something similar, right? But it was ugly. This one was ugly, right? BTC going down. Do I find the that trend lines on log scale? I don't know what you mean, right? I mean, we're going to take a look at Alt, but so let's go ahead and take a look at Ether on the lower degree. So Ether retested exactly the 0.618. Now it is retesting just about like 0.786, right? So 0.786, it is not a good fib level, right? It is not a bullish fib retracement, okay? As you can see, it bounced right at it, okay? 540, okay? So next level of support going to be just about like 535, which is like 0.888. So just have to wait and see. The structure is a bullish short-term bullish structure, right? You got this move to the upside, you got your zigzag pattern formation retesting the bottom, even like retesting this area. We just don't have 5 wave yet, right? This level of support is good enough to find to say like, hey, it is a support, and we could get another big move like this. Okay, that's going to be the same structure you got on the macro scale I just showed you with the wedge pattern, right? With the wedge pattern I just showed you on the 3-day basis, that's the same thing. Okay, same pattern, right? Possibly if Ether can find support right there. Okay, I think like 540 is good enough for a bullish reversal, but let's wait and see. All right. You think we will see 19K? I mean, that's possible. I wouldn't say no. Hey, what's up, Santiago Doom Boy? Thanks a lot for tuning in, man. Method Man in the house. I mean, you can draw a trend line if you're in a log scale. I mean, I wouldn't fall for that. Okay. BTC, all these alts, they respect trend lines perfectly. Okay, they respect trend lines perfectly. All right, so I mean, your trend line going to be in a log scale, your price action going to be in a log scale anyway, right? That's one of the reasons why when you do something like this, right? Let me show you something on Ether. For instance, right? Let's say you get a head and shoulder pattern formation, right? Right. If you do a 1-to-1 extension like this, right, and you're trying to project it to the downside, right? It tends to tell you, hey, you're going to zero. You see what I'm saying? You have to basically go all the way down to find your the bottom. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I think, okay, it works. Okay, this trend line works. Okay, if you just have to familiarize yourself with it and understand how to use it. That's all. But they work. Okay, people will come up with all kind of nonsense, right? Let me just remove this. Doesn't look good at all. Yeah. So, but trend lines, they work. Okay. You got a nice trend line right there. Okay. We broke it. We pumped to the upside. Okay. You got another one right there. Okay. A 3 retest, right? Nearly. Okay. Did not retest this one, but you could do something like that, right? Right here, broke it, dump right back down. Broke it right here, retested, and pump right back up, right? So I think they work, okay? But feel free not to use them too, right? So if you're not comfortable. But Ether, we talk about Ether on a lower degree, so that's possible if bulls can find its support right there. It doesn't look good when you take a look at it on when you take a look at it on a 6 hour, it doesn't look good, right? You might be saying, man, we're never gonna be pumping back up. that's true too, right? But six hour, no MACD crossing bullish yet. So even if we push to the upside without no MACD crossing bullish, that might not be a strong move, right? So let's see. We need a drop, a sideways correction, right? Wait for MACD to cross bullish for a stronger move. Otherwise, if we just pump right back up and doesn't create a bullish crossover, it's gonna come right back down. Okay, probably. Okay, I mean, join the join the public Telegram group, link in the description. If you just look up Send Crypto, you should be able to find me. But join the public Telegram group. Let me just do something really quick. That's a link to the okay, I just pinned the Telegram group, right? So we got over like 680 traders. So you know, if you're looking to join the premium, you just send me a message so I can give you all the information you need to join the premium group, right? So Masood. So let's go back to BTC. It seems like it is bouncing back up, right? Yeah, just don't like the 6 hour breaking below the 6 hour. So we definitely, guys, need to push back up, right? We cannot spend too much time below the 6 hour 100 EMA. Okay, as you can see, last time we basically retested it almost like 5 times. Okay, 5 straight times. Okay, before reversing. Right now it is just like, you know, we're retesting it like that's the 3rd time, right? So, and you can see, like, as soon as we got the bullish crossover right there, sucker just pump right back up. Okay, so the key area to break right now, if we get any reversal pattern, is like to break the 21 EMA, right, which is like the yellow line, right? To break it above it, bullish crossover on MACD, price action above the 21 EMA 6 hour, that's going to you know, possibly be a bullish sign all the way up to probably 19, right? But I don't see us going to 19 right away. Okay, but if we get that set up, we could take a look at it, right? I'm gonna give you guys a short update anyway, right? So if you haven't subscribed yet, just make sure to hit the likes, subscribe, so you can get my short-term updates, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at XRP. Dollar is still moving sideways, so let's talk about the dollar first, right? So you take a look at the dollar, it is creating the same setup once again, right, on the 6 hour, which is a better, a stronger setup, right? Just like BTC. Okay, pushed to the upside, all right. MACD already crossed bullish, price action did not close above it, right there, got rejected. We gotta close, so we're gonna need a 3rd close above the 200 EMA. As long as we staying below the 200 EMA, it's not going to look healthy. Okay, so can we get a double crossover also on the MACD? That's possible, right? It means like price action still has to struggle to push above the 200 EMA. Okay, as long as we pushing below the 200 EMA on the 6 hour, or even on the 8 hour too, right? You can see like 8 hour also not looking healthy. Yeah, that could still potentially you know, we could still potentially see lower numbers, right? So, but let's just do this first with a possible anticipation of a 3-way move like this, right? Potentially, and we're going to see if we're going to be able to break out right after that. So let's take a look at King XRP. So XRP, BTC, not looking so great. It is still dropping, right? But we're gonna get some supports on a 3-day basis, right there. 21 EMA on a 2-day basis. Also got a possible support just about like 2700. So MACD still looks good. No bearish crossover. Only on the daily time frame we got a bearish crossover, but price action still above the 21 EMA. So it is not that bearish if you just pay attention to daily and higher versus BTC. Strong support right there. Okay, so strong support. Yes, it is bearish right there because you might be getting a low volatility sideways correction. That's what it, that's how you could look at it, right? Bearish crossover means either sideways correction or trend reversal, and we're getting a sideways correction. So we just gonna need another bullish crossover on a daily basis, right? But the good news for the bulls, price action above the daily 21 EMA, right? So on a daily basis, as we said, XRP support going to be just about like 48 and basically like 40 cents. We got, not sure if bear is going to be strong enough to dip it down to 36, but 0.618 is there. Okay, it is at 36 cents, right? If we get any strong downtrend, it is something like we might want to consider in the near future, right? Just in case bulls lose 382 pullback and 50% pullback. Okay, one of the most famous support level is like 0.618, but one of the strongest support in a bullish uptrend, it is going to be 382, and you don't want to spend too much time at 50% pullback, right? So hey guys, we got 27 watching and 17 likes. So if you enjoy the content, don't hesitate to hit the likes, right? So now let's take a look at XRP on the lower degree. Kind of look like XLM2, right? So XRP doesn't have a doesn't look like BTC, right? As you can see, it is not creating any yes, you could say we got a bullish divergence, right? On the R side it's not, but you at least got one right here, and you did get a move to the upside, divergence right there, a small correction right here. Okay, so support level for XRP once again on the lower degree. If BTC going to be reversing, it might not even retest this key area. It might just push back up to 60 cents, right? So, but I think paying attention to the daily is better right now, which is pretty strong. It's not breaking it, right? So I would just stay tight with XRP and see if we're going to be breaking a daily 21 EMA over the next few days, right? So let's check Litecoin really quick. So Litecoin is moving in a triangular formation, still in a triangular formation. So it seems like it already retested the low right there, the lows, right? But BTC is not yet retesting the lows right there. So as I showed you on BTC, right, you don't know what type of correction you're gonna get. Either it could be a triangular formation or a flat correction, right? If you go back to Litecoin, we could for now anticipate a possible triangular formation or possibly anticipate just a flat correction right there. So we're just gonna have to wait over the next like a few days and so on, see if Litecoin going to either create this one, or it's gonna create like a bullish pattern like that, right? So So join. Hey, what's up, Santiago? Join the public Telegram group. It's a premium. The Discord is the premium, right? So. So let's take a look at ADA. ADA, it is still moving in a triangular formation, push back up, still okay, a bearish setup, but still very consolidative. So it is most likely going to follow BTC. So keep an eye on ADA just in case BTC decides to reverse. Okay. However, if ADA going to be pushing down, it is already below the 211 EMA on a daily basis. It could retest all the way down to the 100 EMA, which is like 12 cents. Okay, so that's not good at all. Okay, so but that's the next strong level of support, and as you can see, like it took forever, okay, for ADA to break like above 11 cents. You guys remember when ADA was at 11, we targeted ADA to pump all the way up to like a 13.5, right? So, and it pumped all the way up and broke the 15 cents target. So let's take a look at Bitcoin Cash. So Bitcoin Cash ended up creating a channel, right? So got a big resistance right there, broke it, retest the upper level of the trend line, and as you can see, next level of support, trend line support, going to be just about like the low 230 area. Okay, let's say 230 to 225. All right, depending on how you want to draw it, okay, and which time frame you're using. But that's the level to look for another, if if and only if it doesn't find a support right there. Okay, we could find a support right here. It means like BTC has to drop. If Bitcoin Cash going to be dropping 10%, we could see a 5 to 6% drop on BTC, right? So BNB still moving sideways. So breaking a daily 100 EMA, next major support, if we break the daily 100 EMA, it is going to be almost at 22, which is not good, at least in the short term, but it is still a correction. Okay, you got this correction, we could get this move back up, right? So, but immediate support for 88, I mean for BNB, remember BNB, we were looking for a retest of 39, right? It got rejected at 35, okay, which is right there, okay, just right there. I mean, if you bought all-time high, you just might just have to wait. Either if it depends if you if you're a short-term trader. If you're a long-term trader, I think like 20k BTC, it is still pretty cheap, right? So you might just have to wait longer. Many people bought 20k 3 years ago. They taking their money back right now. They're taking either selling and looking to buy cheaper, or just still huddling. Okay, best thing to do to me right now is like dollar cost average. Okay, dollar cost average. And if you're not a trader, let's say you're just accumulating, okay, if you're a trader, it might not be a good move, but it all depends on your situation, right? So the thing is, BTC can drop heavily, right? But it is gonna bounce right back up heavily. I said it last week, okay, when I said when I talked about the Trololo trend line. So last time I talked about the Trololo trend line, we talked about like how important it is, like whenever BTC is below the trend line, right, it is going to be a strong buy, right? So last year we waited for price action to retest like, you know, low 60s, and we were still waiting for 57, but you know, low 16 was good enough, and this sucker like bounced right back up, and the trend line that time was at 57. Okay, BTC was at 64. Okay, so and right now, you know, the trend line is at 83, right? So I don't think like BTC gonna retest it right away, but at some point it is gonna, you know, BTC gonna dip below it. I'm not sure. Like I'm not sure if like it is going to be during this bull market, or it is if like we're gonna retest it like next bear market. You see what I'm saying? Because this trend line has a growth rate of 1.13%, and you know, it nearly it increases like, let's say 50% a year. Okay, 50% a year roughly. Okay, so next year this time you're looking at just about like, you know, 12K. Okay, regardless of if you're gonna be buying at, or you know, below 12K, you're gonna be expecting the trend line to be at 12K to 13K area, and then you're expecting BTC to be above it. Okay, BTC to be at least above like 12K next year this time. So I think like any dip below you know, the weekly 21 EMA, and also below the trend line, going to be a very strong buy. Okay, short term. And I talked about it like last year. Okay, we talked about it last year. So let's check it again. 83.35. Let's see, in 52 weeks, almost 15K. Okay, so the trend line going to be at 15K, right? It almost doubled. Okay, so yeah, so it is almost going to push like 100% next year this time. Okay, December 10th 2021. So are we going to see BTC below the trend line next year this time, or we're going to be seeing BTC above it? Even if we're going to be above it, I don't think like we're going to be above the trend line like 10%. It could be like 30K BTC, really. Okay, so but once again, not saying we're going to pump to 30K, but all I'm saying is you can see like right now the trend line is at 83, right? And Bitcoin is at, you know, 19K. That's like 100% move. So if we're gonna, I mean, it's not gonna be 1-to-1, but since like BTC doesn't like to stay below the trend line more than 10%, at least we're gonna expect like 15K. So buying BTC right now at 16-17K for the next few months, you're still gonna get a good return. Okay, so to me, any dip below the weekly 21 EMA right now going to be by the dip type of a structure, you know. Okay, and if like for, let's say, you know, let's say for any reason market structure decides to dump all the way down to like 7K, 6K, and so on, that could be a life-changing accumulation, right? Because the next move going to be very fast. Remember, BTC is following the trend line. So if BTC is going to be at 7K for any reason, right, it has to catch up with the trend line, and the trend line going to be at 15K next year this time, right? So that could be a great accumulation range if, you know, we see any crazy move like, you know, World War III and all of that nonsense, right? We could possibly see like a big move from Bitcoin, a big rebound, just like what we just seen like from like March to like you know, November type of a pump. So let's just wait and see first what type of top formation we're gonna make, right? But if I'm gonna go back, you know, to my Trololo trend line and keep watching it. So it has served me well back in 2019, right there. So when most people been pretty bearish, I was very bullish, right? And I was like, okay, this sucker gonna be pumping above 6K, right? And so on. And right there, it also served me well because I was like, we're gonna retest it again. But this time, I'm not sure when we're gonna retest it. I just have to reanalyze it again, right? So it's okay, man. Somebody gotta buy at all-time high. It's not guaranteed it is all-time high, right? So because once again, you can see that we got nice hourly reversal, bang, right there. Okay, that's nice right there. So that's what you want to see. I just gave you guys a good update. So if you haven't watched that update, just go ahead and check it out. You know, make sure to click the notification so you can get all my updates. So the next challenge is like to close above the hourly 21 EMA. That's the next big challenge. So I wouldn't buy if you're buying, right? If you're a bull, you don't want to buy this one. Okay. I mean, it is, you know, it is a nice reversal, but MACD is not crossing bullish yet, right? Let's double check. Yeah, MACD is not bullish yet, right? So you don't want to buy this one, even though it is a reversal, right? It is not the safest one to buy. But nice double bottom all the way down to like 0.888, bang, okay? Bang, right there, okay? So that's why you don't want to FOMO, like, you know, right there. You FOMO this move, you're gonna be panicking. You FOMO this move, you're gonna be panicking. You FOMO on this move, you're gonna be panicking, okay? And I showed you right there. I told you guys less than 24 hours ago, we talked about it. We said the possibility of BTC retesting 0.888 to 0.786 is very high, okay? Because we just don't have any bullish divergence. That's it. That was pretty easy, right? All right, guys, I'm just gonna call it a day, right? If you guys have any alt you want me to talk about, just let me know. Otherwise, I'm just gonna call it a day. And I'm gonna give you guys another update depending on how volatile the market going to be. But it looks pretty promising for the bulls on a lower degree. I wouldn't be too bearish once again, at least until we break key support key support area right there and lose the bullish divergence on an hourly basis, right? Cover protocol, Santosh. Hey Santosh. Let's check cover protocol. I mean, versus Ether, it is bullish. I don't know why I'm checking it versus Ether. It's not available versus, I mean, hey, you got a bullish pattern. So that's the hourly basis. One thing you need to wait for is like a bullish crossover on your hourly basis, right? So wait for a retest of the bottom, right? And a bullish crossover on your MACD, right? So otherwise, if you don't get a bullish crossover and you're anticipating another reverse, it can just do this, okay? And I think I talked about it with VAR BTC. I think on a 6-hour basis, Satoshi was asking me if what I think about this move, and I was like, okay, that's a bullish pattern, right? Regardless how you look at it. And that time was right here, so I was like, wait for the 6-hour MACD to give you a crossover for confirmation, right? Otherwise, it can basically just double bottom. Right, so you're waiting for the double bottom. As long as you do not get a bullish crossover, you don't want to mess with it, okay? You don't want to mess with it. So next level to look for, since like it is double bottoming, it is at 0.618, so that's the good news. So just a bullish crossover on VAR could be a could be bullish for another possible reversal. Okay, for another possible reversal. So let's take a look at algo. So algo is not, I don't know what the algos are doing. So algo BTC, that's someone you got to be paying attention to right now. Not looking so great so far. Could be dropping all the way down to a next support area. Algo BTC, first thing first, right? That's your support area, right? And algo USD, since algo BTC is bearish, you guys remember algo, we were bullish on algo right there. Okay, just about 27, we said we could be pumping all the way up to 34, even like to 44. It did not get to 44, got like 42, close enough, right? But as of now, not looking so great. 6 hour not giving us any bullish crossover, right, on MACD. So you don't expect any bullishness on our hour side, right? Let's just double check. So our side, no bullishness. Small one, okay. But you're losing it anyway. So it means you still have to wait, okay? Still have to wait. That could be your ABC correction, 1-to-1 extension, gonna take you right back down here. Okay, so temporary support I was projecting after we broke this key level is like right there, just about like 26. Okay, that's a temporary support. However, it doesn't mean you cannot get a flat correction right there, get another double top or lower low, lower highs, right, and do this, right? So depending on your what time frame you're looking at, next good support going to be is 26, and the biggest support going to be 23, 22. All right, guys, I'm just gonna call it a day. Thanks a lot for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to hit the likes. Don't forget to join Send Crypto Premium if you're looking to join Send Crypto Premium for more technical analysis, setups, BTC, Ethereum, XRP, Bitcoin Cash, Wi-Fi, Algo, you name it, all the DeFi coins. We just trade the market. I just don't trade BTC. I just talk about BTC on my live stream nowadays, just because we have to pay attention to BTC, but we trade the entire market, right? All right, guys, thanks a lot for tuning in. Thanks a lot for watching, and don't forget to hit the likes and subscribe to our Send Crypto channel. Hit the notification so you can get all my notification, all my short-term videos. If you want to get those 6 to 9 minutes videos, short-term analysis, quick price action, quick price update, make sure to just click on the notification, and so you can get those, right? All right, guys, man, thanks a lot, man.